Now that I've got my Home Assistant back up and running, I wanted to reset up my Keymaster so that I can go ahead and do a bunch of stuff that my lock doesn't allow me to do since it's not app controlled. So Keymaster gives us a UI for locks that don't have their own app integrations. It allows us to do temporary codes. It allows us to really easily set up new codes. You can get extremely fancy and make it so that certain codes only work between certain hours of the day. You do a lot of cool stuff, and we'll go through that when we're going through Keymaster. So in order to get Keymaster working, we need a few things already set up. So we need to make sure that our lock is set up in Home Assistant, and we need to make sure that we have the Z-Wave-JS integration working and running. We're also going to need to make sure that we have HACS, or the Home Assistant Community Store, installed. And since this is a fresh kind of setup for me, I don't have it installed yet, so I'm going to walk you through that process. So to install HACS, we're going to go to our settings, we're going to go to apps, and now over here, we're going to do install app. We're going to go to the top right-hand corner here, and we're going to do repositories, and we're going to add a repository. So we're just going to go ahead and add the HACS GitHub link. We're going to go ahead and press add. It's going to find it, and there we go. Now we can go ahead and find HACS in our apps. We're going to go ahead and do that, and we can press install. So now I'm going to go ahead and start HACS, and we can go to our log. And we're going to end up getting some instructions here. So let's give it a second to finish out. So our installation is complete, and it's telling us to restart Home Assistant before we configure. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Our Home Assistant has restarted. So we're going to go ahead and do Control F5. This is going to kind of hard refresh the website and kind of clear a little bit of the cache out. It's important for us now. We're going to go into Devices and Services. We're going to do Add Integration. We're going to do HACS. We have to accept all of these and submit. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use this code in GitHub. We're going to authorize. We're all good to go. And now we can see HACS in our integrations. So we're all finished. So now what we want to do is we want to navigate to HACS again on the sidebar this time. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to find Keymaster. So we're just going to go ahead and type in Keymaster at the top here. And we can see this here, and we're going to go ahead and download it. So we're going to download the latest version. I don't need to do any previous versions or anything like that. And Keymaster was installed. It requires us to do a restart, so we're just going to go ahead and do that restart. Now that we've restarted, we can go back to our devices and services. We can do add integration, and now we can do Keymaster. You're going to have to do this with each lock that you have in your house. I'm only using one lock with this, so I just have to do one integration. But if you have multiple, you're going to have to do multiple Keymaster integrations, one for each lock. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our name. So as it suggests, front door works for me. We're going to go ahead and choose our lock. We're going to use 10 code slots. If you want to increase this later, you can. Starting code slot is number 1. So when we set this up, we don't actually have a door sensor. So we want to make sure that that is set to none. And we can go ahead and just go through the rest of these. We can make it so we hide the pins in the UI if we want to. And we're just going to go ahead and press submit. Now we're going to go ahead and give it our area. So we're just going to go ahead and do our front porch. And finish. So now I can see Keymaster down here on the bottom. We're going to go ahead and open that up. And we can see that our front door lock is here. So we're good to go on that point. So now we're going to end up doing a little bit more configuration stuff to set up Lovelace. And what Lovelace is going to do is it's going to give us a nice UI for Keymaster as a dashboard. But we're going to need a few extra modules in order to get that to work properly. So we're going to go back to HACS. And we're going to do Lovelace. And we're going to see a bunch of Lovelace stuff. We only really need 4. We're going to need auto entities, card tools, fold entity row, and the number box card. So you just go ahead and find the one that you need. You download it, and we're going to not restart. We're going to do all of them first, and then we'll restart after we're done the last one. So now that we've got our last one finished, now we can go ahead and reload. So in the past, we would have had to go ahead and done a bunch of manual configuration stuff, but since the first time I installed it, Keymaster has actually automated this whole process and made it a lot simpler for us. So this is really, really handy. So next, we're going to go ahead and set up the dashboard. So we're going to go down and we're going to go to our settings. We're going to go to dashboards. We're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new dashboard. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do new dashboard from scratch. We're going to create a title for this. We're just going to call this Keymaster. We're going to find a lock and we're going to go ahead and add this to our sidebar. We're going to press create. So now we're going to go ahead and open it. We're going to go up here to edit dashboard. We're going to hit the 3 dots here, raw configuration editor, And previously, this is where you would go ahead and paste in all the YAML code, but now we have a much simpler process. We're just going to replace all of this with strategy type custom Keymaster. We're going to press save. And now we should see that everything has been pre-populated for us. This is a lot simpler than it used to be, which is really, really cool. And now we have access to all of our Keymaster stuff. Another nice thing about the Keymaster dashboard is that it does give us these really quick buttons and status notifications up at the top here. So we can lock and unlock our door using this button. We can turn off and on an auto lock, and we can turn on and off the notifications, and we can tell if it's properly connected or not. So now that we have everything set up here, we can very easily add codes. I was able to add one. I called it funny, put 6969 there, enabled it. It is synced. Now with that, we can have it so that it gives us notifications so that every time the code is used on the front door, it'll send us a notification on our phone, which is really handy if you want to set up a code maybe for your cleaner or for maybe like a service person that comes by. You can have it set up so that you create your name, you set up the notification will say, hey, this lock code was just used on your front door. So really handy to know when people are there. You can limit number of uses, you can limit date ranges. So say, you have an Airbnb or a rental place, you want to set it up so that it's only the code that you gave them only works during that period of time. You can set that up. If you have your parents coming over and you want to make it so that it's only available when you know that they're going to be there and you don't want them to be able to just walk in at any time, you can set date ranges. So you can get really creative with that. You can limit it by days of the week as well. Lots of really cool stuff. And it's very easy to add a new code. So if I want to go ahead and do main code, and we can do, let's say, 1234, very, very secure password. And we're going to go ahead and press enabled. It's going to go ahead and start adding it. And then once it's done, it'll tell us that it's synchronized. Now, sometimes there have been a few issues with deleting or adding new codes. I will leave a link to a thread down below that goes through all of this. The developer is trying to work on an in-app solution to kind of fix all these problems, but sometimes you'll have to go through, do a few things in the developer, get yourself to a disconnected status, and then once you go ahead and re-enable, we should be able to go ahead and sync it up. So it just takes a few extra steps. It's nothing too serious, but it is just a downside of the way that it's currently set up. They're working on making improvements, and the Keymaster setup in general, compared to doing it a year ago, is leaps and bounds better. So I have full confidence in their ability to fix this problem and make it better. Overall, I really do like Keymaster. It was a fantastic part of my setup previously. It was a little bit more frustrating to use previously, and now it seems to be quite a bit better. There's a lot more people using it, a lot more stuff going through. I really like the way that it's all set up, and the new setup is so much easier than it used to be. It's almost night and day. You don't have to create the packages folder anymore. You don't have to copy YAML files. Everything is just very simple to set up. And, HACS is probably the most complicated part of this, and HACS kind of opens you up to a whole bunch of different applications that you can use. So it's a great tool to use. And overall, I'm really happy with Keymaster, and I hope you are too if you plan on using it. Now, with all that said, I'm really curious, are you guys planning on using Keymaster? Are you using something else to manage your Z-Wave locks? Let me know down in the comment section below. But I really do hope you found this video helpful. And if not, I at least hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd really appreciate it. If you like, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, you can leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll be really happy to get to them as quickly as I can. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, and big thanks to you for watching to the end of this video. If you want to see any other videos where I'm doing stuff with Home Assistant, you can go ahead and check out the playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.